All right, what's going on, everybody? My name is Justin Owens, Vice President of Sales for Novae, and very excited to go over some of this information that, if you allow it to, can literally put your business to a place where you have massive momentum going on in your organization. I want to introduce you all to something called our 30-day game plan, a way to be able to start setting the silver standard in your organization. Now, you may be asking, Justin, what do you mean setting the silver standard? Well, here's what I'm saying. You got to ask yourself a question. If you're just now getting involved in our company, or you've already been involved in Novae, is the standard in your organization people coming in and hitting Silver Star? Is the expectation that when people get started in your business that they come in and they hit the position of Silver Star? Well, why is Silver Star such an important position? Because that's the first position when people start earning residual income. You see, that extra $250 a month and beyond can be life-changing for a lot of different people in the organization. And so one of the best ways to do that is something that we call collapse and compress time. That means doing something that you would normally do, but just a lot faster. See, one of the things that helped me when I first got in the industry is that I hated the situation I was in. And I said, okay, what is the fastest route for me to get out of it? So I understood that if I wanted to get out of my situation fast, I needed to take massive action. So one of the first things you got to do when you get started in the company is our 24-hour checklist, as well as our massive action plan. And so now I want to give you something to add some gasoline to it if you're serious about taking your business to the next level. See, let me tell you why one of the biggest reasons why a lot of people aren't successful is that you just simply haven't set a deadline for your success. See, a lot of us pay bills every single month because we have a deadline. A lot of us turn in papers at school because we have a deadline. Here's my question to you. What is your deadline for success? When does success have to happen? Is it 2 years from now, 5 years from now, 10, 20, 30, 40 years from now? See, if you want success to happen now, then you need to take all out massive action to be able to do that. So let me help you with this. This is what we call setting the silver standard. So one of the first things you want to do when you get in the business is that when you get somebody started, is you want to start setting the expectation that, look, we need to get you to Silver Star as soon as possible. Now, here's what I'm not saying. I'm not saying if you're getting started in a business on a very part-time basis and you have a lot of different things going on and you're just kind of want to work this at your own pace, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. As a matter of fact, we encourage that, to go out here and build the business at your own pace. But what I'm talking about right now, who I'm talking to right now, are for the people that are trying to take and create some all-out massive action in their business. So we're going to talk about setting the silver standard in your organization. See, let me tell you what a lot of people do in the business, because one of the first ranks that we have in our company is something called Bronze Star. So most of us know that takes, having 3 individuals either on the basic pack or on the lifestyle pack. So you get 3 individuals on those packages, you become a Bronze Star in our company. Phenomenal. Those customers obviously have to be active in a 30 calendar day period. But what happens there from this point is, because of the way our compensation plan is structured, a lot of people stop personally recruiting and they just start focusing on helping those people to get 2 or 3 people, depending on what package that they're building. Now, for illustration's sakes and to really make it simple, I'm really going to be talking about building from the lifestyle pack, because I think any builder, anybody that's serious about building the business, understands that that package has the most value for our customers if I had to choose between the basic pack and the lifestyle pack. So if you're just now listening to this video, or you're just now hearing about this, I would recommend anybody at least get started on the lifestyle pack. So that's what we're going to talk about here. So going about building a lifestyle pack. So what a lot of people start doing is they get their 3 and they just start calling these people right here and saying, hey man, what do we got to do to help you get your 3? Hey, what do we got to do to set up your home meeting? And there's nothing wrong with that action by any means. As a matter of fact, Bronze Star is one of the first the basic building blocks to our company. That allows people to get either a discount on their membership or get their membership for free. So there's a lot of value there. But what I'm talking about is all out massive action, creating momentum in your organization. So what starts to happen when people start doing this is they start saying stuff like, oh man, I'm trying to get the Silver Star, but my team's just not doing anything. Man, I'm trying to do this, but I'm trying to get my team to do this, or my team isn't doing this, or my team isn't doing that. And when you get to a point where you start saying my team isn't doing this, my team isn't doing that, look, you are in a big problem. That is what we call our manager mode. That's when people get in and they just start trying to manage these people. Okay, so let me help you understand the numbers and the psychology behind setting this silver standard. So the psychology behind this is in your first 30 days, okay, or in any 30-day period that you decide to, you want to personally sponsor 12 people, okay? So you go out and personally sponsor 12 people. So this is what this looks like, okay? So think about it. You go out here and you personally sponsor 12 people in your organization. Number one, first thing you've done is you personally sponsor yourself, the Silver Star. Isn't that amazing? Instead of going out there and waiting for things to happen, one of the things that I've always tried to do is I found ways to make it happen. See, I want you to jot this down. If you're a leader in the business or you're a future leader in our businesses, you have to find ways to forge or create momentum in your organization. And guess who that starts with? That starts with you. See, if you look at any sports or any organization, one of the first things that they do when they have a new owner or new management come in is that if a team wasn't getting results, the first person they typically fire is the head coach, right? They always fire the head coach. Why? Because that person just wasn't getting the job done. And so if you're just now getting started in a business, you have a chance to be able to make sure you set the silver standard in your organization, but also avoid a lot of pitfalls that a lot of people make in the business when they initially get started. And look, if you've been in the business for a little while and you're just now saying, you know, I'm ready to take this thing to the next level, guess what? You can, in a sense, fire yourself and get rehired and start building the business the right way with all out massive action. So let me tell you what happens when you go out and you personally sponsor 12 people. Well, the first thing that's going to happen is you're going to have anywhere from 3 to 4 people that quit. Some of you all weren't expecting that, okay? But it's going to happen. You just need to accept this as a part of the process. People are going to quit. One of my philosophies is I don't convince people to go after their goals and dreams. It's way easier to give birth than it is to resurrect the dead, in a sense, okay? And so what that means is, look, of course, if somebody calls me, I'm going to try to talk to them. I'm going to make sure they understand what's going on. I'm going to try to retain that person in my organization. But what I'm saying is, you just have to understand that people are going to quit. So don't get upset about it. You guys, sometimes people say, oh man, will this person quit? Look, if you understand the numbers, you're just going to be like, you know what? Justin was right. 3 or 4 of those people are going to end up quitting. Let me tell you why that first mistake that people do is bad, okay? It's because you might sponsor your first 3 or 4 people, and guess what? Those first 3 or 4 people may be the people that was going to end up quitting. So now you're trying to build an organization through people that's going to quit. Your next set of 3 or 4, what you're going to have is your, what we call maybe individuals in your organization, okay? Or your might people in your organization. What does that mean? Well, these are the people in your organization. When you ask them about a conference call, when you ask them about upgrading to a new package, you ask them about are they going to a training or an event or something like that dealing with the business, their answer is always like, maybe, or I might, or are you going to do this? Man, I don't know, man. I may be able to make it. I may not be able to make it. Those are your maybe people. So they may be on auto ship 1 month. And auto ship, of course, if you all just get started in a business, is that auto pay that you have set up on a continuous basis to be able to benefit from your products and services. So they may be on auto ship. They may not be. They may come to an event. They may not. And so these aren't necessarily bad people, because one day the situation may be right and they just start going to work. But don't get frustrated by these individuals. See, a lot of people say, man, my team just isn't serious. Guess what? You're probably dealing with your maybe or your might individuals on your organization. And then you're going to have 3 or 4 people that go out here and build it big, okay? And these are people that take it as serious as you. These are people that are showing up to the events. These are people that are showing up to the training. These are the people that are focused on building the business big. And what happens when you do that, you're going to have one superstar coming out of that. So think about it. If you understand our compensation plan, you understand, look, you need to have 7 qualified legs, but the majority of your business can be in 3 legs. The majority of your volume can be in 3 legs in this company. If you don't understand that, get with one of the leaders, come to one of our Novae University events. We're going to break it all down for you, okay? But just understand, listen to what I'm telling you. You just have to be able to have the majority of your volume in 3 legs. So look, I'm looking for 3 superstars. So now I'm giving you a formula to be able to help you to find that superstar. So if you're looking for 3 superstars, guess what you have to do? You have to do this 3 times as fast as you can. But what I'm talking about right now is just helping you to set this silver standard in your organization. So you're going to have 3 to 4 people that quit. Hey, look, help them quit. You know, like I'm not saying force people to quit. What I'm saying is I'm not going to start talking on the phone for 30 minutes trying to talk you out of something that you're probably going to do. One of the things you'll find out when you come to our Novae University, I tell people, most people aren't looking for an advice, they're looking for an accomplice, okay? So we'll talk about that at a later time, but 3 to 4 people are going to quit. 3 to 4 people are going to be your maybe or might people, and then 3 or 4 people going to go out here and build it big. So then what you focus on is you focus on rewarding these 3 or 4 people. So what happens to a lot of people if they do this process slow is that they end up having sometimes those 3 or 4 series builders in one leg because they end up placing that person. They didn't know what they were going to do. Or they end up having the people all around the place in the organization, and they wish that they were at a position where they could help them a lot more. So I'm giving you the strategy to be able to go out here and build your business. The question is, how fast are you going to do it? How fast can you get this done? Now, look, I understand everybody can't do this in a 30-day period. I understand most people won't. But what I'm saying is if you want to create a culture where you go out here and you build all out massive action, when you start some momentum in your organization, I can promise you, anybody that's broke a record in our company, hitting gold star, platinum star, double platinum, they have sponsored 12 people or more in the organization. So then let's say you say, well, Justin, man, I have 12 people in my organization and I'm just not getting the results I want. Guess what I'm gonna tell you? Go get another 12. Go get another 12. Keep building your business. You have to find ways to continue to go out here and forge that momentum, to build that massive action that you need in your organization. So look, we have a lot of different events coming up to be able to help you to be able to go out there and build your business. You have NovaeUniversity.com where you're going to have you're going to have access to a lot of the events that we have. I recommend you get registered for the very first event that you can have access to, because we're going to be going over the nuts and bolts, the psychology behind going out there and building the business. The people that have the best retention in the business, they have their team plugged into our Novae University. So you want to make sure you go to NovaeUniversity.com, plug into all the events, and make sure you go out here and you start setting the silver standard in your organization. I tell people all the time, look, I don't know what success is for you. Hopefully here in Novae, we can help you to find it, because if you're in the company, if you're watching this video, everyone deserves it. Thank you so much.